Hello folks and welcome to the Movie Mad channel. It's James here. Today we are going to do something a little bit different. Like Blue Roy at Blue Roy Movies made a video about his top movies in 11 different genres, and he asked for some responses, and I was like, I could do that. I could make a response to that, and I'm gonna. So the 11 categories that he chose was horror, sci-fi, western, action, romance, animation, comedy, crime, war, drama and thriller. So I've chose 11 movies, and Roy wanted me to choose the one that I thought was the best, and I've tried to do that, but on a different day these answers could be very different. But for today, these are my top ones in each of these genres, and some of them were really difficult to do too. And also, the other thing that needed to be, well, Roy didn't say this, but I am, they have to be in your collection. Have to be in my collection to do that. So tag Blue Roy Movies in the video. So if you want to go over and check out his channel, his 11, that's fine. And if you want to do a video response yourself, then by all means do that. And I'd like to see what responses that you might have. So I'm going to start off with horror, even though I've not got these in order. So let's get these into the correct order. So horror. Now, Roy chose The Exorcist. Now, I think The Exorcist is a fine film. Could it be up there with my top horror ones? I think it could. It probably is. It's right on the shelf here in 4K, and it's an excellent 4K, and it's an excellent movie. And for the time in 1973, that was really terrifying. And you can watch that movie now, and is it still just as scary then as it was back then? Probably.
I don't know, but I know there is one film that still scares the crap out of me. Just one perfect scene in it.
What was that?
Salem's Lot. The guy, the vampire comes to the window, and then I fly up.
I know, I've seen that, but I didn't really like.
That still scares the crap out of me. Yeah.
I didn't really like Salem's Lot. I've watched it, but I didn't like it.
It's just that bit that always gets me.
So, out of all the horror movies I could choose, I've chose The Ring. Not the original, the Naomi Watts movie, because when this first came out, I think videotapes were still quite prevalent.
I think there was. I'm sure I had that one.
And basically, if you watch this movie in 7 days, somebody would come and kill you. And the girl that came out the TV at the time was really freaky, and I still think this is a good movie now. I really do. I know there's a 4K of this being released lately, so I'm gonna look into that. But I still think this is a good my favourite horror that I would go and rewatch. But there are some other ones like Mirrors. I do like Mirrors as well.
Mirrors is freaky.
White Noise. That's another one. And I quite like the original Paranormal Activity.
First one was creepy.
Yeah.
Blair Witch Project was creepy as well.
Yeah, but this is the one I'm going for. So my favourite horror is The Ring. So I'm going for that one. The next one was your favourite sci-fi movie. I've actually taken it out. Let me see. I haven't actually lifted it yet. Go give me 2 seconds to go grab it.
Surprise, people.
Right, I found it.
Facts. Wife found it. No way!
This is the edition I wanted to view. It's alright, I'll show you in a second. Right, okay. to be fair, my wife did find the movie, okay, but I'm so despised at the transfer on it. I didn't want to show that one, but I didn't want to tell her that, so I picked up the right one. But now,
So you don't tell me, you just tell the whole world.
right, okay, but I'll tell you now, okay, this sci-fi one was very, very difficult. What sci-fi movie, okay, did I come into the running for this? Aliens, because I really like Aliens. The Abyss, and The Matrix. Now, those are the ones that I discounted this time. And this one, right, I'll show the one. It's Terminator 2. I think this could go into action as well, couldn't it? Sci-fi action. But this movie, again, I think it's childhood nostalgia, and I've told this story a few times now, and I'll tell you again in a second. But I really liked the first Terminator. How I'd seen it when I was 14 or 13, I don't know. And this came out, and I was only 14, and my mum would not let me go and see it at the cinema. So what happened is that I think this was like the summer blockbuster of that year, and I wasn't allowed to go and see it. So I was still 14 and I was in school, and I think it was either Easter or Christmas time, and in science, at the end of term, they pulled in the video recorder, and somebody had Terminator 2 with them on tape, VHS, or video, as we'd call it back then, and they popped it in, and I started watching it, and it was only a 2-period class, which was like 50 minutes, so I only seen the first half of Terminator 2, and I was like, God, I really want to see that, and then eventually my auntie got it, and I seen the second half, but it took another 6 months for that to happen. So it was a really long time before I seen this whole movie, and when I did see the full movie, I just thought it was excellent. Now, the 4K transfer on this isn't great, but the Blu-ray is actually pretty good. The Blu-ray also has the extended version on it, just like the Skynet version does, when you have to put the code in. So I didn't really need the Skynet version anymore, but I've still kept it. Well, I've still kept it because it's just so unique when you put the code in. I think that's really good. So what an action movie that is. Arnold at his peak. Edward Furlong in his first movie role did a great job, and Linda Hamilton. And I just thought that this is an action, sci-fi, time travel blockbuster.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, so that's why I've chosen this one as my top sci-fi movie. The first Terminator, I know Roy thinks the first Terminator is better, and the first Terminator is good, and the techno-noir scene in the first Terminator is great, but just for my affinity with this one, I've gone for Terminator 2, Judgment Day. I'll be back. Right, so we're going to go next for Westerns. Now, I've seen Roy's choice, but I've never seen that movie, so I can only go with movies that I have seen. And it's one I've watched recently, and, could be argued that The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, the Spaghetti Western trilogy, is the best Westerns out there, and that could be argued, but I like this one, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people like it too, and it's because of the actors in it. Gene Hackman, Morgan Freeman, Clint Eastwood, and Unforgiven. What a Western that is. I just think it's great. Academy Award winner, including Best Picture, says it all, doesn't it? Well, I suppose some ones like Oscars didn't really get on with, but this one definitely deserved to win. And in 4K. The sound on it is immense. I just think it's, if I was going to put, if you asked me to put on one Western, it was the only Western I was going to watch over and over again, it'd be this one. So we went for Unforgiven. My throat's awfully dry. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm putting them over here when I've got these wee stands here to put them on so everybody can see. Right, my 4K will only sit there, so my Skynet one will have to go. Skynet edition. And Unforgiven. Maybe I should put them at the back. I need to get a drink of my tea first too. This is going to be too long a video, people are not going to watch, Arlene. Oh well. Right. So what's next? Action. And I actually had, for action, I'm sort of regretting my decision now, but I'm going to stick with it. I actually had 3 Keanu Reeves movies for action. Can you guess what they are, Arlene?
Speed.
That's the one I've chosen as the best action movie.
Point Break.
Yep. And another action movie is in a big franchise.
John Wick.
Yep. So I had Point Break, John Wick, and ultimately I went for Speed.
I'm surprised you didn't go for Point Break.
I know, but Speed with the bomb on the bus is just a unique with Dennis Hopper.
It's a good movie.
When this first came out, everybody was like, "That's an absolutely excellent movie," and I agree.
Still is.
And it is. And if you watch it now, it still is a great movie. But the reason I'm regretting it now is I was thinking about what action movies Tom Cruise has done. Like Top Gun Maverick, that's an action movie.
That's a good one. I like that.
Mission Impossible Fallout,
Love it.
that's an exceptional
that's
movie.
Henry, isn't it?
What?
That's with Henry.
Henry Cavill, yeah, that's an exceptional movie as well. But today, I'm picking Speed. There's a bomb on a bus. If it drops below 50 mile an hour, can't get much more action than that, can you? Jeff Daniels, Keanu Reeves, Dennis Hopper. So that's what I've gone for today. Speed. Now, next one is a romance category. What would you say is your favourite romantic movie, Arlene?
I'm not at rom-coms.
No.
Sorry. But I'm not.
What's the one that you always watch where he dies and gives her letters?
I've not read that. I've only seen that movie once, but I've read the book.
What's the movie?
P.S. I Love You.
She likes P.S. I know you like that one.
Oh my God, it's got Gerard Butler.
Fair enough, but I had 3 selected for this. As good as it gets with Jack Nicholson and Helen Hunt, because that's sort of a love story. And Jack Nicholson's autistic and he's got something wrong with him, but he does try to help. And that was very close to being first. Had Pretty Woman, Officer and a Gentleman, but ultimately I went for Notting Hill
Never seen it all the way through.
with Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts. Where I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy asking if he can go over. And I like the scene at the end when they're in the gardens and Spike, so I've went for Notting Hill. Right, what's the next category? Animation. Now, this is where I fall down quite a bit, and I actually had. Remember I said it had to be in my collection? Well, I have got it, but I can't find it right now. And I had The Lion King for top animation. But because I couldn't find it, I went for this.
like that.
I went for this one. That's cool. Go and show me that.
Really cool.
Right, stop a minute. I'll talk to you about my animation in a minute, but I seen what Blue Roy Movies got his son Nathan to do do a nice movie mad symbol for him. The movie mad symbol for his YouTube channel. So I asked my son James, who's 12, to do something similar, and I just looked at. He just made one, and look how good this
I
is.
think it is really, really cool.
Does it actually twist though?
Yeah, kind of. Look.
Look, go do the twister. That is cool. Can you go and send me that so I can use that?
Yeah.
Did you show it on my camera?
Aye, I seen it.
Did it go through, Mum?
I seen it.
That's excellent.
Because-
We're going to use
Take
that.
it slightly closer. Back up just slightly because it went perfect. That is brilliant. I want that sound as well.
That's good, but doesn't it say movie mad on it?
It's better, just
I'll take it though. I'll take it.
Give me a
No,
minute.
no.
Give me a minute.
James, save that one though. I want that one too. Save that one. If you're going to change it, save it.
Right, just give me like 2 minutes.
Right, okay then. Right, so let's get back to the top movie genres. So I did have The Lion King down there as my top animation, but I changed it to this one that my sisters watched over and over and over again when they were a kid, to the point that I actually know the songs in it and sing it.
I'm doing it the way through.
Under the sea, everything's better now when it's wetter. Under the sea, my singing's terrible.
I wanna be where the people are.
That's
That's
not
the
what I
she goes sing. That is that one.
Also,
That is that one. We'll do that again.
No.
So I went for the Little Mermaid.
What about Fox and the Hound? What about Bambi?
No, I just went for that one because
Oh!
I went for that one because I told you it drove me crazy, and I used to have to watch it every morning. It was on videotape every morning for years, or every Saturday morning, or and it was just on all the time. Ursula, right?
I've never seen that way through either.
You know what? I haven't actually picked up my next one either, but luckily it's behind me. It's the comedy. And again, this was a hard one. I had a couple of Steve Carell's Crazy Stupid Love, The 40-Year-Old Virgin. I also had There's Something About Mary, because I think that's hilarious. But if I was going to put on a comedy, right now, the comedy I'd put on is this one. If I can reach it. I need to go and get it then. If you can dodge a spanner, you can dodge them all.
I love dodgeball. Absolutely love dodgeball.
he goes,
That is classic.
and he just throws the spanner and just hits him in the head.
It's one that's the guy in a wheelchair does that. Oh, I absolutely love that movie.
And then the guy, that's the coach, and the coach gets killed by the Lucky the Irish side. Sorry,
right.
spoiler alert. Or Justin, and he gets caught, his head caught in the cheerleader.
I absolutely love that movie.
I had Tropic Thunder in there, so Ben Stiller, yeah, 3 Ben Stiller ones, couple of Steve Carell ones. I have got I had a couple of Jim Carrey ones in mind as well, but, and you know what, I've only chosen an Adam Sandler one for comedy, and he's comedy, but, no, you know why I didn't choose Dodgeball? Because ultimately I changed my mind for my comedy. That's why I didn't have it down. I'll show you. James, we're ready.
Alright.
Can we tell you which comedy it is from Adam Sandler with James's impression?
You said
Let's go and say it.
The Water Boy.
You were meant to say it.
What are you meant to say?
Mickey Valentine's the devil.
College is the devil.
Football's the devil.
My mama said.
My mama said that crocodiles.
Have so many teeth, that's why they're gnarly.
Oh, my family are easily amused.
So tough one that, but you know what? I'm going to stick with the Waterboy, my original choice. As I say,
I'm sorry.
these things could change on
I'm
any day.
sorry, but I was still waiting for dodgeball.
I like Dodgeball as well, but that was my choice. Next, we're going to go for crime, and I really did like Roy's choice of crime movie, but I thought that's a bit sci-fi as well. The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
It's a great movie.
Dark Knight was that. Dark Knight had a bit of everything in it.
It's a bit of crime in it. So I went for. You put one of ours in the hospital, we put one of yours in the morgue. The Untouchables with Kevin Costner, Sean Connery, Robert De Niro. I know that Larry, you would have chose Heat, I bet. But I went for The Untouchables. Classic. This is a long video, my tea's getting cold. And the washing machine is starting to spin, so I'm going to pause for a second.
No, it shouldn't spend that much.
Well-
It's still got 30 minutes to go.
Well, I'm finished, right? Okay, we'll just continue with the washing machine spinning. Right. I've seen Roy's Choice, The War and The Deer Hunter, and I'm pretty sure that I've never seen The Deer Hunter. I might have seen it, but if I have, I've long forgotten it. And I would have thought that my favourite war movie would have been Saving Private Ryan. But there are some great ones, like The Bridge Over the River Kwai, The Bridge at Ragamain, A Bridge Too Far, Battle of Britain, The Great Escape.
It is going to be my favourite.
But Fury. Fury's a good one as well. Fury is a great one. With Brad Pitt in the tank. You must have seen it. It's got John Bethel in it. And Shia LaBeouf.
I think I've probably seen bits of it because you've been watching it. I've never sat and watched it properly.
But ultimately, I went for a Mel Gibson movie with Andrew Garfield. And it's the story that gets you here. Because it's a war movie, but it's about a conscientious objector. Now, do I agree with conscientious objection? Personally, no. But he stuck with his beliefs. He still wanted to do something for the war, and ultimately saved many lives. And that's Hacksaw Ridge. And it is based on a true story. Some of the action in this is unbelievable. And on 4K it looks excellent. I'm just trying to remember if this has got Dolby Vision on it. It hasn't, but see if they're going to got a release with Dolby Vision, I'd definitely pick that up. So, Hacksaw Ridge. Now, the next category is drama. Now, when I hear a drama, I seem to go to, see if you hear drama in my head, I go to courtroom drama. So the ones that sprung to mind for me were A Few Good Men. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth. I think I'm entitled. Now that is a great courtroom drama. A Few Good Men. But again, I said these answers could change on a daily basis. But for me, now I'm going to hold this up, but this is not the Blu-ray in here. This is the DVD, because the German, well, the Blu-ray isn't here. The German Blu-ray of The Rainmaker only has German audio. It does not have English audio, so don't go buying it. So I've just used the Blu-ray case and put my DVD in there, and the Blu-ray's over the other side. Just because I really like this film, and that's why I put it on my shelf and it's out ready for me to watch. I really like watching this. Danny DeVito, Matt Damon, John Grisham's The Rainmaker. Basically, a health insurance company won't pay for treatment for this boy and he dies. And they take him to court and you see what happens. Good one. Now, thriller. This was a tough one. Very tough one. I had actually 5 or 6 written down for this one. I'll tell you what I had. Silence of the Lambs, Zodiac, Prisoners, The Ninth Gate with Johnny Depp. But ultimately I've went for Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt. Because the twist at the end of this.
Oh, I think I know one.
Twist at the end of this. See if you've not seen this movie and you see the twist at the end of it and what actually happens. Boom, it just strikes you. What's in the box? Bang!
I'm right.
It's 7.
Yeah, I'm right.
What a movie that is. And I have to say, Roy, this was a really good idea because I think I've had a really good time making this video. And it made me think about what my favourite movies are. And I say this could change on a different day. There could be plenty of other ones. There's loads of others I could have substituted for these ones. But for now, my 11 favourite genres are these ones here. So hope you've enjoyed the video, folks. Let me know your thoughts on yours. And I would like to see some response for this. I really would like to see some from Ash, Matt Vivi movies, even AJ. I would like to
AJ's
see,
one would be good.
yeah, I'd like to see if AJ wants to do that. I'd appreciate it if he's watching. Might not be, you never know. Let's see what your thoughts are. What's in the box? We'll leave it at that, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, folks.